face-off between the people of the Middle Belt and the North. And I'm talking about serious face-off. Oh. I'll tell you about it soon. I have another caller. Hello there. Did I get?
Hello, Michael.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Good evening. From London.
Good
This is
evening to you.
Austin.
Austin, how you doing tonight, Baba?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Very well, man. Thanks for asking.
Happy birthday belated to your wife.
Thank you so much. She had a wonderful weekend.
Yeah, Michael.
Yes, sir.
Yesterday, the show you made was very profound, as usual. Anyway, as usual. But I called because I'm a bit conflicted. Not just for this time. I'm
Right.
always.
Right.
Sometimes you get frustrated. Sometimes you get conflicted. Sometimes you get really, really messed up, because all sorts of things coming from different, from here, from there. And so in the past few days, you have Kemi coming to play. Now you have, that is after Obi and Obasanjo that going around trying to truncate the judicial process. And then, you have all these French, Tinubu going to bring French people. And Nigerians don't understand. Personally, let me speak for myself. I don't understand. What is this Nigeria about? I don't think Nigeria should exist as a country.
Yeah.
There's no reason for
Except
this.
for those who are benefiting from it directly.
Even those who are benefiting, what are they benefiting really?
Hmm.
Let's put it this way: you steal money, you build a house, you buy a few cars, and you have a few girlfriends or wives or whatever. Is that the benefit? Don't you see? Don't they see that it's a road to nowhere? Basically, in fact, to somewhere perdition.
That's right.
In fact, there was this funny thing,
That seems to
you
be the
know.
only direction. You're right.
Yeah, this is the road to perdition. In fact, there was this quote. I think I've forgotten who made that quote, but the fact is that hell is empty. All the stuff, the actors in hell are in Nigeria.
Yeah. Hmm.
You know, so I was go back and forth with one of my cousins with Kemi. Kemi, of course, I'm not a fan of Kemi. I really don't like her right wing disposition, the way she speaks about, all those things. But that's her. I'm not a conservative. I've never even listened to them. But on this point, I stand with her because it's her own experience.
That's right.
Now, she was born in England. She went to school. Early years were spent. And frankly, as we speak, part of her lifestyle is influenced by what experience she had in Nigeria.
That's
And
right.
she's spoken the truth.
That's right.
That look, police people are terrorists. They are thieves, they are terrorists, they can do anything. Look at what is happening to Delhi now. All sorts of people coming from the cracks, wherever they crawl from, suing this, suing that. It would that happen in an organized system? And these are lawyers, supposed to be lawyers.
No,
So my question, without taking too much of your time,
sir.
my question is: we talk about Biafra, we talk about Dudua. I'm from River State anyway. You look at the Niger Delta. I don't know what we talk about there, but frankly, that fraction, that fragmentation is there. The fault lines are there. It's culture, okay,
That's right.
and so when we break up to these little, sub-national units, say for example, we are now a confederation, or we are completely independent. Do you think that those units would work well, given the nature? Look at what the Bayelsa Labour candidate said.
Experience that.
Take that as a benchmark, and then tell me. I keep asking this question: do you think that Nigerians in any form will be able to come together and do something progressive? I don't think so, because I have the experience is there in England. You live in England. Tell me what the Nigerian communities are doing, apart from parties and welcoming these criminals coming from Nigeria. They help them to buy. There was 3 years ago, a friend of mine told me that one councillor in Lagos State brought in about £50,000 to buy a house in England here. I think they went to Bradford to buy. Bradford. I mean, he can't come to London, of course, or he can't go to. He went to Bradford. I'm like, how? What? Who gave this guy, a councillor in Lagos, £50,000? At the time, the exchange rate was about 400 or so on the parallel market. So that's my question. Let's ponder on that.
I think
Who
you
is a
have
Nigerian?
you have every right to be skeptical of because we are not going to go and bring even if we break up, like you put it, Austin, right? If Nigeria breaks up to either smaller countries or a confederation, we are not going to have to import the people that are going to run the place, or they are going to take all of us away and bring another set of people to come and fix the place, right? It's still going to be us running the place. And I still strongly believe that despite our skepticism, right, we can run things if the foundation is laid right. For example, a lot of us who comes from Nigeria, living in this country, we are used to this anyhowness, like do whatever it is that, in Nigeria. But when you get to this organized country or societies, nobody really sits you down to say, oh, this is how they behave here, this is how you have to. But the moment you venture into that society, you automatically adjust, right? So what we have in Nigeria is that the system itself encourages all these, bad behaviors, starting from the process of even choosing those who represent you. Nigeria is a place where anything goes. So if the foundation is right, I believe that it is not going to be an El Dorado, okay? But at least it will be something different from what we currently have. Do you get me now? So, let me take this and put you on note, okay? We still have to deal with people who loves to cut corners, but if the system that actually punishes bad behavior is effected and implemented, it may take time, okay? But eventually, everybody will actually have to fall in line. For example, if you take, if the system says if you take bribe, you are going to jail for it. And indeed, you can't bribe your way out of it, whether you are rich or you are poor, whether you are of this high standard or this low standard, it doesn't matter the standard. You use the same level to actually treat everyone. If a judge takes bribe, they go to, for example, say, okay, if you take bribe and you are caught, you go to life in jail. If a police officer that is supposed to uphold the law, right, is involved in any kind of illegality, you go to jail. And when you have all these things listed that way and it is followed, it is just a matter of time. Do you understand that now? So where standard is built by people, society is built by the people. We are the result of the society that we build. Nigeria is a place where cutting corners or rotting system that enables all of this is the order of the day. So if you are listening to me and you don't think that is possible, then yeah, maybe you are right. I am somebody who believes that a society can be built if the rule of law in that place is upheld for real. Okay. And that's exactly what is missing in that contraption. You have people who believe that they are above the law. And indeed they are. Or if you have a situation whereby a state, for example, right, you see a judge of Supreme Court is sentenced to life imprisonment for taking bribe. What do you think the other judges, or if you, for example, if you see 10, 15 judges, right, arrested and jailed for corruption, or you see a sitting governor arrested, the wife arrested, sentenced to death for corruption, don't you think others will be very careful before, like if you are not even governor, you are holding other positions, won't you be very careful in participating in corruption? If you see a president of a country arrested for corruption, for example, abuse of power, and jailed, you are watching it and sentenced him to death for looting. Those of you who are not presidents, who are not, won't you kind of be careful? You see the police chiefs arrested for corruption or bad behaviors, sentenced to jail, and they are actually in jail. So this is how the society kind of will sustain. Everywhere in the world, there is corruption everywhere in the world. What people will never forget is that if you are caught, you are going down for it. You are never above any law in any part of this world except in that Nigeria. That is what is missing. So if we break into subunits and a system that actually punishes bad behaviors, where you have institutions, since the powerful institutions are not powerful people. Nigeria, what we have in Nigeria is that you have powerful men and weak institutions. But if you have powerful institutions, everybody will kind of behave themselves, everyone. Do you understand? So that's my own take on that. But I think I have another caller as well. The Africa Wahala, is that you?
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Good afternoon, my general.
African Wahala. How are you, sir?
I'm doing very well. Peace to the mighty temple of truth. My inspiration for calling in tonight was to respond to Prince Jejeman's point about Nigeria being a rich country. And it's an opportunity to explain to a lot more people that it's not the truth. It's a poor country. And shout out to my brother Prince Jejeman. No disrespect to you, bro. Now, if we think about, I'm going to use an analogy of a man. If you have a man that has the skills and ability to make music and art, to make money, but he doesn't make the music, he doesn't make the art, so he's not able to make money, would you consider that man rich or poor?
We say poor. Because of what use is that talent or that gift if it is not being maximized or,
Yes, it's not being expressed. And it's the same way where you have someone else, he doesn't have the skills to make music, he doesn't have the skills to make movies or artwork, but he has the ability to tap into resources like maybe AI, or he has friends that he can leverage their skills, and then he makes money, lots of money. Would you consider that person as rich?
Well, I would say he's rich. He's got a talent there.
He doesn't have the direct talents, but he's able to use other people's talents and other resources out there. Same thing applies to a country like Japan. Japan is not a minerally wealthy country, but it's one of the richest countries in the world. And we all consider Japan to be a wealthy country, even though it doesn't have natural resources. So all what I'm saying is Nigeria is not a rich country. It's supposed to be rich, but it's not rich. And we all understand the reason why: mismanagement. But one of the reasons why a lot of us want to believe that we are rich is our ego. It's a way that we feel good about ourselves. So when we say, we are so rich, but it's just bad politicians. But maybe when we start telling ourselves the truth that we are actually a poor country, maybe it might give some people ideas on how to move us out of this mess that we're in. But yeah, that's my contribution for the evening. Thank you so much, my general.
Thank you too, man. You have spoken well. You have a good afternoon or evening over there.
You too. Yes, sir.
That's a very good one. Also, that you have these resources, and we are working on the wealth, but we do not have the capacity to turn these resources to wealth, a wealth that can be redistributed. Imagine those who are in charge of Nigeria are more interested in selling these resources and collecting money, not in any way thinking of how to turn these resources into our own use our own wealth, but rather on people coming in to come and take them. They brag about us being rich in mineral resources, but very poor when it comes to our immediate need. It's interesting. Yeah. Hello.
Hi, Mr. Mayegu.
Yes, sir. How are you, sir?
This is a veteran, but a first-time caller. I'm surprised I got in.
Oh, I'm glad you did, by the way. So I am going to give you this. That's how we welcome our first-time callers. Such a pleasure to have you on, sir. Please.
Thank you. I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Grant. Thank you very much for calling in. Please.
Thank you so much. I just want to say, each time I listen to you, mostly when we started in the kitchen and all that, and up to now.
It's like 9 years ago. That's a while back.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Each time I watch you, I'm like, how do you do it? I don't know, but more grace to your elbow.
Thank you so much.
I don't know how you do it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I just want to comment about Kemi issue. Kemi issue. I think what Nigerians should know is that Kemi was indirectly telling Nigerians that there's no such thing as one Nigeria. Indirectly.
Mm-hmm. And that really pained them. I won't lie to you.
Yeah.
It pained a lot of people that you begin to feel like, why are they taking it personal? The moment she said, I am this, I have nothing to do with that. That got to a lot of people. It really riled them. But she's been honest.
That shows how gullible Nigerians are. How gullible and how insincere. Okay. So when he made that comment indirectly saying there's no one Nigeria, that touches the nerves of the Fulani cabals, the quote owner of Nigeria. So, and you know that whenever you touch that area, it's like you're waking up the lion in them.
Yeah.
So that is what Nigerians should know. And secondly, I just hope that each time I listen to you, I hope that we in the diaspora are not the ones you are speaking to only, because the people that need to hear this message are people at home. So that need to hear this message you are teaching, because this is not just a broadcast
in the diaspora. God bless you.
Yeah, it's not just it's not just a broadcast. This is history. This is teaching. This is knowledge. This is understanding. And for so long, Nigerians were, including me before I left Nigeria, including me, we were like tree without root because we didn't know our history. Mm-hmm. But now here's an opportunity for them to learn, to know what is going on, because you cannot fight something that you don't know. They need to listen to what you are saying so that they can grow and not to pick their fight. Because if you watch closely, you will see that before every revolution, at the end, the bad people always come back to power. Think about it.
You're right. You're right. Because a lot of people don't understand that if you are fighting for something to change, there's a chance that those who are responsible for the rot will always join you towards the end of it, so that they can do what is called rebranding. They will rebrand themselves, and suddenly they will be speaking on behalf of the people. So that when the opportunity presents itself again, they will reincarnate themselves, and then they will take you back to that swamp that you thought you are kind of like draining, or you are swimming out of. You're right. Yeah. That's why we need to educate our people that when you get rid of these guys, you must also try and thrive to be better than them in replacing them, or else it's all a waste.
Yeah. So thank you so much for this platform, and God bless you, sir.
And you too. Thank you so much. I didn't grasp the name earlier. Is that something you would like me to know?
You can call me Sunday.
Sunday. I saw the name earlier. I just wanted to be sure that is where you would like to be called. It's such a pleasure, sir.
That's fine.
Speaking to you. Okay. Thank you very much, and you have a good one. Yes, sir. That's a Sunday from Atlanta, Georgia. I have another person on the line. This time around, it is our brother Chigozie from Lagos. Chigozie, how you doing, sir?
Baba Mayegu.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Good evening.
Good evening, all.
I'm doing good.
Grand.
Baba, just say, I call you respect of one of our brother who is like saying if we are separate, if we separate on our difference way, we are going to always be the same way.
Okay, yeah,
The
like
same way
it's a
Nigeria is really, the same way Nigeria is really the country, is always going to be the same way.
I don't believe that.
So
He has the right to be skeptical. You know, it's not as if to say we are going to import
yeah.
these different people to those places. It's still going to be us, maybe under different names or countries, right? But it's still going to be us, and there must be a change of attitude and change of system for real.
Yes. Those people who is controlling running this system for Nigeria now, we have to push them aside totally. We'll make sure that those ones is not mingled with the local government. Let's just take example from this Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali.
And Mali governments.
There is changes over those countries now. But if they did not take the action from the first time, there will not be changes. Things will be getting more worse for them. So I want to just let our brother know that once we separate, the government will be running very, very, very good, very great. The system will be different, totally different, because what do I want to say, Seth?
And now, like we'll be wrong.
If you look all the days before they call us one Nigeria, we East are doing well, Yorubas are doing well, Hausas are doing well.
Yes.
Because it can question your government if they do any mistake. But for this one Nigeria, we have different language, and you cannot question anybody. Hausa hate Igbo. Igbo don't like Hausa. We always like to dey fight one tribal fight. And normally Fulani and Hausa, let me just say Fulani because Hausa is not bad like that. Fulani normally hate Igbo to the last. And the worst, what there is a limit between country, it cannot work. So when we separate, everybody going your own way, the government is good, so the system will be run very smooth. Once the law is there, you come, you obey the law. The law that were bad with poor and the rich equal. You cannot go against the law.
Once you try that, you get punished. It doesn't matter how powerful
you get punished.
That is what you call the powerful institutions, not powerful men. What Nigeria have right now, they have in Nigeria right now is powerful men, not powerful institutions. People feel they are bigger than all the courts, they are bigger than this and bigger than that. A country can't survive.
And the court feel that they can judge anything they like, they can take any decision as long as you give them the money. You have no problem. Well, I don't say my contribute to that.
No, you have spoken well. I mean, I appreciate the fact that a lot of us are understanding that for a country to work, there must be some level of first, there must be powerful institutions. And institutions will not operate itself. Okay? No institution will operate itself. A human being will operate. So that is why when you make institutions powerful, indeed, you make people powerful. I mean, so you make the people independent, people that run institutions, and lay down rules, laws that really, really or truly empowers institutions that make me and you. I am somebody now that knows that no matter the no matter the greatness I achieve in this country, I am not above the law. If I run foul of the law, I will be punished severely. There's no amount of connection. There's no amount of whatever it is that will spare me. The only people that seems to be pretty much above the law in this country are the royalties. And it's not as if they go about breaking the laws and all that. There are those who still have